Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our second top story for the day from the AP, from wealth and success to murder suspect, the life of Luigi Mangione took a hard turn, and boy, did it ever do so. Luigi Nicholas Mangione, the suspect in the fatal shooting of a healthcare executive in New York City, apparently was living a charmed life. The grandson of a wealthy real estate developer, valedictorian of his elite Baltimore prep school, and with degrees from one of the nation's top private universities, that'd be Penn State. Friends at an exclusive co-living space at the edge of touristy Waikiki in Hawaii, where the 26-year-old Mangione once lived, widely considered him a great guy, and pictures on his social media accounts show a fit, smiling, handsome young man on beaches and at parties. Now investigators in New York and Pennsylvania are working to piece together why Mangione may have diverged from this path to make the violent and radical decision to gun down UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson in a brazen attack on a Manhattan street. And here's what's interesting about this is that both the left and the right have empathy to him, because I'm sure many of you, like myself, who have insurance, we've experienced times where insurance wouldn't cover certain procedures or medications or other things. And it's not a very pleasant situation to be in. Now, I have had to pay out of pocket for certain things at the time, and it wasn't a big issue, but today things are a lot different. And so he's getting some empathy from both the left and the right, which is interesting nonetheless. And so let's hear a piece from NBC here on this as well to get some further additional info.
Overnight in New York, Luigi Mangione was charged with murder in the death of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. It comes after a multi-day manhunt led police to Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Mangione was taken into custody. Authorities finding 3 pages of writings which say, in part, frankly, these parasites had it coming. A senior law enforcement official briefed on the investigation confirms to NBC News. The writings also include a line that says, "I do apologize for any strife or traumas, but it had to be done," the official said. Now, more background on the suspect's past emerging. His family carving both financial and political footprints in Baltimore, where they own 2 country clubs. And his cousin Nino Mangione is a Republican state legislator.
Thank you all for being here to celebrate Gilman's 116th Founders Day.
Mangione attended the private all-boys Gilman School in Baltimore, where he was class valedictorian in 2016. Mangione was also Ivy League educated, the University of Pennsylvania confirming he earned a bachelor's degree and a master's in engineering. Investigators say they're doing a complete scrub of Mangione's online posts, including Goodreads, where he quoted this take of the Unabomber: "When all other forms of communication fail, violence is necessary to survive." Mangione calling it interesting. And a post elsewhere of an x-ray of a back. 2 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News investigators are looking into whether it belongs to Mangione and whether it has anything to do with the crime. His last known address was in Honolulu. A friend from Hawaii told CNN Mangione struggled with back pain.
He confirmed that he had had surgery, and he sent me the x-rays. It looked heinous.
Another friend telling The Times, Mangione's family said that they had not heard from him in several months after his surgery. A friend from college telling NBC he's shocked.
He really just struck me as another Ivy League student who enjoyed going to frat parties, good-looking, confident, nothing particular about him.
So interesting to start this profile.
Well, there we go. And as I was saying, he's going to get empathy from both the left and the right on this, which is an interesting situation as this proceeds, as it goes, of course, into trial and stuff. And here's him exiting one of the vehicles at the courthouse.
And it's completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
It was
an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
An insult to thousands of American people. I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, say, insurance and whatnot.
And it's completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Another look from Fox News as they take him in. And this was something interesting that came up on CNN as they tried to make an equivalency of or an equivalence of Daniel Penny and Luigi here in this report.
Later in the night, we're also going to talk about Penny and the verdict there. There you also have a victim who somebody determined did not deserve to continue living, right?
No.
Yeah, tell me which vigilante action is okay.
One is being proactive, right? So this kid who executed someone, executed a guy walking away from him, shot him in the back, for no reason whatsoever. Daniel Penny is a hero. You can say anything you want. Talk to people who ride the subway every day. Because I do all the time.
So let me
I can't find anyone who rides the subway who's unhappy about this verdict.
Well, later in the night, we're also going to talk about...
Yeah, and it's amazing, right? Trying to make the moral and ethical equivalency of this to compare one to the other. And this is very irresponsible of CNN to try to create this environment, because we already saw from the video yesterday when I did the ruling on Daniel Penny that BLM was outside protesting, and the police took care of it right away. And as we saw in a different tweet, or X as it were, someone was saying if this was in 2020, the police probably would not have even been within the area, or maybe parts of the area, but they probably would not have stopped or arrested or tried to get involved in what BLM was doing or saying. So we're in different times, and we're in different situations, the different circumstances, and I'm really curious to see people's reaction, both on the left and the right, about this. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments if you have any thoughts or opinions on this issue. And if you want, you can choose to outline any experiences you've had with your insurance company. Obviously, you don't have to go into any private details or whatever, but I know I've had situations where insurance wouldn't cover particular things that my medical doctor suggested, and that was okay at the time for me. I just went ahead and paid out of pocket, and it was totally fine. And of course, the results and the ending of it all, of course, the insurance would have been correct in that there was really, well, there wasn't so much a need not to do it, but other things were discovered during that process that did help my situation at that time. So it's interesting how all this is going to turn out, how much empathy, how much sympathy he's going to get. But what he did in New York is obviously is not a sense of being proactive as a good Samaritan at all. When you take matters into your own hand and end someone's life deliberately and intentionally and willfully, as he did here. So it's going to be an interesting trial taking place there, considering all the trials that have gone on there. And of course, with Daniel Penny, they had to, the prosecution went ahead when the jury couldn't decide on manslaughter, and then, or on the original, on the original count. So they volunteered for a second one, which should not have happened. In other words, they should not have gone into the involuntary or the second count at all. They were just trying to find any way to get Daniel Penny, and it's just absurd the way New York practices law. It's just ridiculous. It needs to be addressed, because they can't continue to play this political game when it comes to law. The law is the law. It can't be injected with politics and desirable outcomes, as we see in Europe in many cases, especially with Tommy Robinson, who is now back in jail. But I shall wax no longer on all the legal stuff. But you guys will have to let me know down in the comments what your opinions are on this situation with Luigi Mangione. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to. If you're a Prime member or order frequently from Amazon, this is the time of year to be doing some ordering. For those hard-to-get gifts for people, you can always get on my landing page. I have gift cards. Those will always make it easy for everyone, especially for those people that are difficult to get things for, or buy for, as they say. Gift cards are awesome and amazing, so you can take advantage of that, and I appreciate all of your guys' support there. But, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments do help out the channel considerably, so I do appreciate all of that. And, of course, all of you guys on New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And I will see, well, for those of you here on YouTube, that would be the channel icon appearing there on the screen. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.